from our church. We've got other folks. We'd love to pray with you. Just listen, whatever that might be. So mill around, and may we let the process start, and may it never end. Thank you.
One, two, three.
Thank you.
It's okay. Thank you. Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
I had him, and then that other local recording swept in. I had him, and then he swept in. I'm like, that's a local move for sure. What do you say? I just knew because he's crying, and I'm like, oh,
Look at me.
I'm on board with Fox. Nice to meet you. I just wanted to see if you'd be willing to do a quick interview with us. I'm just thinking about tonight, and I'm just all the efforts. Okay.
Sure. I mean, do I want to? No, but yeah, I'll do it for you. Just,
Of course.
I want to make it a, we're, oh, you want me like this? Okay, sure. Yeah.
Come right here? On this side? Okay. Well, thank you so much, and sorry there's going to be a blinding light in your face.
Okay, no problem.
We appreciate it.
Yeah.
And thank you.
Perfect.
We're a tough brand, a tough group of people, and we'll take the moxie we have and love each other and kind of come out of it. So, yeah, but just horrible times, heart-wrenching. Probably like most of us, I was from tears to angry to upset and frustrated moment by moment.
And you don't have to point out anyone specifically, but there's been a lot of tearful people walking up to you tonight. What are they sharing with you?
Just, I think I think it's part of what the process was tonight, just coming together and starting to see hope. And, kind of like I shared, the only hope I know is in Jesus. That's the hope I have to offer, because there's a lot of other things out there that people would offer. But that's the only thing I know that's true. So I think that's part of it. And just being together. We've been locked in our homes for those of us that live here. And so, just being together as a community is a really big deal. And coming together to say, look, we are here. We're praying for these families, the lost loved ones. No life will never be the same. We're going to move forward one step at a time.
And so I know you said something along the lines of, now we can start healing. What does that look like?
Yeah, I don't know all the answers to that. A bunch of people have asked that. I guess the start for me is tonight. When we get done, I'm going to go give people some hugs, my own daughters, just hug some other friends of mine from town, pray with people. Honestly, I'm probably going to come home and cry. And I'm going to get ready tomorrow to go be with my church, and we're going to get together, and we're going to do what Jesus said. We're going to grieve with those who grieve, and we're going to mourn with families that lost loved ones, as well as the Card family, because there's so many that are hurting, and the ones that are still fighting. And then the next step after that, I think, is I always tell people when I'm doing funerals and things like that not to stop, because so often then life goes on and you forget. No, life does happen to go on, and we have to get back to some sense of normalcy, but we need to continue to care for these families and these people, and work to see that things like this don't happen.
Do you have any questions?
What are you going to preach about tomorrow during your sermon?
Well, I'm doing a sermon series on... Okay, I'm doing...
Sorry, I know it's weird.
No, it's okay. It's all good. I'm doing a sermon series actually called The Basics. And so tomorrow I'm actually talking about, this isn't actually my Bible, but it's got Bible verses. I was going to talk about the scriptures and why they are sufficient for life and why they're the best thing for us to look into. So the message is entitled Scriptures. Pretty simple. We're just going over what would be the basics of Christianity, and I was going to change it. But I can't think of a better way for us as a church to say, look, this is what we believe, this is what God's done in our life, and so we're going to stay rooted in that. So that's what I'm preaching on tomorrow.
I found it interesting that you're bringing up praying for the Card family. Can you please elaborate on that and why you think it's important?
Well, I think it's important because, first of all, they lost a loved one too. And, the things that he did were, were evil. Bottom line, of course they were. But it doesn't mean that we can't pray for the family. They didn't do this. If that was my son or daughter, I would be heartbroken on two different levels. One, the things they did, and the second thing that was my son. And so that's why we pray for them in the same and yet in different ways than we pray for these other families.
What does Moxie mean?
Yeah, that's $1 million question. What does Moxie mean? So Moxie's a drink that most people can't stand. I like it cold. But it's kind of two things. It's sort of the spirit of just like having moxie, sort of I'm trying to think of a word that describes it, but, just not really excitement, but just kind of grit maybe would be a good term. And then the drink is sort of like, I think it's kind of like black licorice and root beer mixed together. But if you have it cold, it's not too bad. So we have a Moxie festival here, and that's really what Lisbon's known for. So.
And if you don't mind, one last question from me. I'm sorry we've held you for a while. Walk me through the moments last night when you found out that they had found Robert. What went through your mind?
Honestly, for me, grief on so many levels. Yeah, there was, I guess, relief in the sense that everything was done, but I don't believe taking of life in any case is ever a good thing. I understand we live in a wicked world where that's going to happen. We have wars and things like that. And in situations like this, I was just heartbroken, all the way across. I was, I think a lot of people were very relieved because of the situation. And so, but I hurt for their family too, as much as I hurt for the other families.
Any other questions?
No.
Well, thank you so much. You were great. Good luck with everything tomorrow, and moving forward.
You too.
'Cause I know we all rush in and out of here, but you guys, this is your home. So
Yep. Where are you guys based out of?
I'm based out of Boston, actually.
I live in New York.
Okay. So you're a little ways up here yet?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm originally an Ohio boy, but I've been up here
Nice.
for 20 years.
Wow.
Well, almost 20 years. God bless you
We'll,
guys.
we'll let you go.
Drive
'Cause we
safe.
know you have a lot of people to talk to. Thank you so much. Pastor, I'm going to stop you.
Oh, yeah.
Do you think? Did you have any guidance on who they wanted as far as sound? Okay. Yeah. Yep. No, I think so too.
Shots on Sunday.
Exactly. That's why I was just asking. I'm like, maybe we might need, because Lissa only told me like residents in the area, not, obviously the mayor's a resident, but you know what I mean. Let me see. I'm pissed about that guy in the front because I knew you probably had video of him. No, you're not. It's Haley. I'm a reporter with Fox. Nice to meet you guys. I was wondering if you could do an interview with us at all, just about why you want to show up and what's been going on the last couple of days.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine. Candle mic
Y'all can just speak with her.
Yeah, so we'll pretend like he's not even standing there and you'll just look at me.
Okay.
Okay, so first, are you ready? Okay. Oh, perfect. So first, if you don't mind, for me, individually just stating and spelling your first and last name.
My name is Kylan Marquis. First name is K-Y-L-I-N-N. Last is M-A-R-Q-U-I-S.
My name is Aubrey Castengay, A-U-B-R-E-Y-C-A-S-T-O-N-G-U-A-Y.
And are both of you Lisbon Falls? Do you live in Lisbon Falls?
No, I'm from Turner.
Okay.
And I'm from Leeds.
Okay. So just talk to me a little bit about the last few days. What's been going through your mind? Did y'all know anyone impacted at all?
I did not know anyone impacted, but it was definitely still a scary feeling, being that I wasn't even 15 minutes from where it was all happening. I'm glad that it's finally over with and we can start the healing process, because I feel terrible for everyone that has lost someone or knows someone that lost someone, because I know it's a very scary feeling.
It was pretty scary for me because I was planning on going to Auburn, but I chose not to, and I'm glad I chose not to because of the tragedy that happened. And I was in the bathroom, then I come back to my phone not even 5 minutes later, and on the news I see that there's an active shooter, and it really it hurt my heart so bad to see that.
And so, last night, when you all saw the news that Robert had been found, what goes through your mind?
I think there's two different things that goes through my head. One being that again, like I said before, I'm glad that it's, over with and we can all start grieving and kind of repairing everyone's hearts. But at the same time, I felt a little bit of frustration that he was dead, just because I feel like I wanted to obviously know why. Everyone's asking themselves that question: why did he do it? Why did it all happen in the first place? But again, I'm just glad that we can all just be at peace and just help each other and be around everyone.
This is obviously, of course, really emotional for you. What went through your mind last night?
I was watching the news 24/7 because just the feeling that he was still out there and everyone was looking for him, it was just a really hard feeling for me, knowing, I mean, I live like 30 minutes from there, but even living 30 minutes from there, I can feel the way that everyone was feeling around here, and it was just heartbreaking to me.
And so why did you guys want to come out tonight?
To show support to the families and to be there for our community.
And so a lot of people have been saying, so now we can start healing, now we can start grieving. What does that look like for y'all?
I think for me that looks like if you see anyone that's in need of a hug or help or someone to talk to, just being there and really just coming together as a community and as a whole to support anyone in need, anyone that needs absolutely anything.
What kind of conversations are you having with your family and friends?
I've just been talking a lot with my dad about how, you never think it's going to happen in your area and so close to home until it does, and then everyone's just in complete sense of shock. I think that's the biggest thing, is just that, you really don't know. It could happen anywhere, and now that it has happened so close to, where I live and where some of my family lives, it's definitely eye-opening and makes you realize that you just never know.
What conversations have you been having?
I was having conversations with my dad. He was just telling me that even though you might feel safe somewhere, you never know what's going to happen. Like, for example, I work at Autos in Auburn, and I was so scared of seeing my fellow coworkers being there while this was going on, and that just shows that you never know what's going to happen, and just be safe.
Thank you, ladies.
Thank you.
Where did you say you were from? Fox.
Fox? Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you guys. Have a good night.
You too.
No, I've already done two.
In groups, everyone always points
I've
to
already
someone.
done two, and me, so I've been through
So you're
a
warmed
lot
up.
of loss just in the last month, let alone all this is going on. This whole year has been
I couldn't take it anymore, so my kids came from New Hampshire and picked me up and just brought me back today. When I get back here in time for this.
one of my aunts is right over there on the railroad, and she was by herself.
Yeah, I live alone, so.
Yeah, and I know, and that's what I thought. There was so many people in this town with them running around.
Right, yeah.
Would y'all want to do it together?
We have a great police force.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do.
They have been awesome to work with the last couple of days.
Ryan McGee,
She's awesome.
Yeah.
he was there on our doorstep when we lost our son 17 years ago. So,
Right.
and he's always stopped us no matter where
Oh,
we've
wow.
been.
Yeah.
It's just been,
Right.
lost this year in my family, so I feel everybody out there.
Or would y'all want to kind of talk together just about, everything that's been going on? We'll take like less than 5 minutes of your time.
I'm sorry.
No, you're okay.
I've already done a few, and it's just been really.
No, you're okay.
Like I said, I was just at the hospital on Tuesday because my aunt passed away, and then all of a sudden Wednesday it was just.
Yeah.
And
No, I feel off the record.
and I must have looked because everyone's telling me for some reason.
I don't know. I'm sorry.
Actually, Wednesday, I was walking trail and he
Afraid of what we learned here tonight.
he just
Bowling alley, bars, torn down, real. First time since this tragedy unfolded, this community allowed to leave their homes and together.
Good to see you too. Nice to meet you.
Meeting you too. And Lisbon Falls, Maine. Murder case.
Stop it.
Okay, and now we'll do us.
You know how you get a bad vibe from there? Yeah. I had a bad vibe. And then not
Jonathan, I think what we learned here tonight, motives are important. The bone, the bar, torn down, reopened. For the first time, Jonathan and Kathy, what we learned here tonight, motives are important. The bar, the bowling alley should be torn down, reopened. First time since this tragedy unfolded.
Boy Scouts.
My name's Julie. Anyone may be willing to really interview with us.
I'm sure somebody will. Somebody wanted to do an interview with Fox. Look at that sandwich ran. He's like,
You're a good talker.
Everyone in the group points the finger until someone says, "Okay,
You're a
you'll
good
do."
talker.
Okay, okay.
yeah.
Give us one this side.
Oh, good. Rob's got nominated.
It's hard with all the cameras. Yeah. So we'll pretend like he is just not even there. There's not a camera pointing in your face.
All right.
Even though he very much is.
Okay.
Turn the light on.
Okay. Yeah, you have a bright light in your face.
No problem.
Trying to make sure we make everyone look pretty. Okay. So first, if you don't mind for me, stating and spelling your first and last name and giving me your title.
Sure. Ron Russell, RonRussell. I'm here representing Scouting. I'm an assistant scoutmaster and assistant cupmaster.
And so you guys have a lot of people out here tonight. Talk to me about why you want us to come out here.
So it's supporting the Scouting community. My daughter's unit is out of Lewiston, and we have friends who are out of the Lisbon unit as well. We have one of our scouts whose father is part of the deaf community. He lost 3 friends over this, and so Scouting is a brotherhood and sisterhood nationally, internationally, so we come together. This is our community.
And just walk me through what the last few days have been like.
Imagine like this for most people, a lot of uncertainty, a little bit of anxiety, a little bit of fear. You know, for this is Maine. This isn't something that we see. It seems like it's something you hear elsewhere. So it's close to home. We all know people who were close to where events happened the last few days. A lot of helicopters, police presence that have come through. A lot of Facebook chatter and text messages between friends and family members. So there's a helicopter in my backyard type of information, and just a lot of waiting, watching, worried about gathering in large groups, not knowing until we heard the news last night that everything was settled.
And so you said there's been a lot of chatter back and forth. What has some of that kind of consisted of? You know people that have been impacted. Just talk to me a little bit about that.
It's a little bit of reaching out in the sadness. People are scared, they're sad, and so reaching out for comfort. A lot of the Facebook chatter around, here to support people, helping each other out. Some of it would be clips of, from the phone of there goes the police escort, seeing it fly by their house, or people posting the helicopters near my house, or the police are down the road from me, and people are a little concerned about what's happening, and that type of information passing back and forth.
And so it's been a pretty good turnout tonight. Talk to me a little bit about that. Why do you think it was so important for you guys and so many community members to come out here and show support?
That's what it is. It's supporting each other. Maine, though we're a large state geographically, population-wise we're small. And we're all neighbors, we're all friends. And so this is what Mainers do. We come together. And so when one is hurting, we're all here. So this was a chance to come out, show support, and show that we are here as a community, and we're not going to hide in our homes, but we're going to come out and be here for each other and let everyone know that we're still here and we're going to keep pushing forward and we'll heal.
What do you think life is going to look like moving forward? Do you think anything's going to change here?
I don't think so. This was sort of a random act by a random person, and it's very unfortunate. But given time, we'll heal. Life will go back to as it was. I think for a while, people will probably be a little bit more diligent, but eventually things will settle and life will resume, and we'll move beyond this.
Any questions?
I don't know.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Thank you for making the trip out. We really appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you for talking with us.
Take care. Where's home base for you guys?
Boston.
All right. Okay.
New York.
Okay.
I grew up in Texas, so it was
Did
Boy
you?
Scouts. Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome.
It must have been a trip, for you guys living up in Maine, being part of the Scouts. That's really special.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. In fact, I was the course director for National Youth Leadership Training this summer. We had a guy from Texas came up. His family was originally from here, so it was pretty cool.
222 out of St. Vincent Paul Catholic Church. Texas.
Very nice. That's
Eagle
so
Scout
cool.
when I was 6 or 7.
Awesome. You made Eagle?
Yes, sir.
Awesome. My daughter just made Eagle a few weeks ago. So one of the first few girls that making it there.
I was
So
going to ask about that. When did Scouting integrate? I haven't
2019.
Been,
So
haven't been plugged into
2019,
anything
they
on
allowed
it.
February. They allowed girls in, and they had to start separate units to do it, so they're not integrated.
Okay.
In fact, the ladies you see around here are part of 2019 out of Lewiston. And it's kind of because there aren't that many girls in scouting, it's more of a broader base we're drawing from. So my wife is a scoutmaster. We live north of here, up near Augusta, but we come on Lewiston for meetings. So it's been exciting to see. Our unit has 3 Eagles right now and a bunch of girls at Life that are coming close. So it's exciting. But as you know, the scouting, it is a community, and it's such a small one. We all see each other at all the different events, so the bonds are tight. And that's why when one of our scouts put the word out that they were gathering tonight, he's from the Lisbon unit, just everybody jumped and ran down and said, yeah, we'll be there.
Yep. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Everyone up here has been so kind. It's been crazy, actually, considering the circumstances,
Yeah.
So, yeah, well, good luck with everything,
Thanks.
and I'm glad, everyone is okay. So,
Yes. Yeah.
for you
Thanks
guys.
For coming up and
Yeah.
covering and keeping us up to date with the news and safe travels home. And at
Thank
some
you.
point you'll wrap this up too and go back to your families. And,
Yeah. Well, sorry you got thrown under the bus through the
Hey,
interview,
it's
but you
no
did a
worry,
great
no
job.
worry.
You did a great job.
Goodbye, Mary. And later give me back for it. So. Take care.
Thank you, too. Also, sorry, I kept that's habit for me to be like, oh, do you have any questions? So if you hated that, I'm sorry.
No, I loved it.
Okay.
Thank you very much for asking.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Also, you didn't have a wind cap on this, did you? I don't know why I'm thinking of that. Okay, because at first I saw it and I was like, oh, shoot, did I lose it?
They just always blow off.
That's,
I'm just like,
it's fine. Unless it's like a hurricane outside, you're fine.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's not noise isn't that bad. Plus, I've got this in chat. This one for sure.
Yeah.
It's like, I wish they made like a more form-fitting version of like a stick-line cap, but it's
Yes. No, I agree.
actually stick.
Yes.
I'll look for it.
Yeah,
bet
you
they do.
should.
I bet they do.
They probably do.
Okay. You want to check it out?
Sure.
Yeah, I grew up in Arlington, Texas, like doing scouting in the suburbs of Dallas, Fort Worth was probably not nearly as exciting